Hey guys, so yesterday, if you watched that reading, which it's okay, nobody did, not even my mom. Um, I'm just a crazy person talking to herself in a room, so join me, won't you? So I'm not just talking to my imaginary friends. Um, anyway, I wanted to do a reading that I chose songs, from shuffle based on my, I guess, YouTube music because I don't have Spotify anymore, playlist. So I went ahead and did that. I have 4 decks also that I used and 4 different crystals here. So if you want to see, let me get this one out. This one is pile 1. So we have the light Seers tarot with this little, kind of doesn't look like much on the one side, but there's like some druzy crystals in there. Pile 2, I have Wild Unknown Tarot. And this is an Aventurine. I didn't look up the name for the first one. This one I do know though because I got it wrong the other day. This one is Poppy Jasper with the Children of Litha, hopefully. Tarot. So that's number 3. Oh. And number 4 is the Weaver Tarot with the Rose Quartz. So you can choose it by which deck you like the most, which crystal, which number, timestamp. I've said in readings before that sometimes I'll just drag my finger along and just kind of see where it drops me, just whatever message pops up. So go ahead and think on it now. I'll give you a few moments to choose. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in for pile 1. I went ahead and already pre-shuffled these, so let's see what they say. This song too is Both Sides Are Even by the Boxer Rebellion, and that is essentially an empty victory. Like, yeah, both sides are even, but they're even and alone. So yeah, I'm seeing that sense of struggle here for sure. We have the 8 of Cups. So this is someone walking away. So I think the person that you're involved with is saying that this is in their best interest, your best interest, both of your best interest right now, to not focus on this connection, to focus on other things, to walk away from it, and it's for the best because you're walking toward the light, you're going toward the sun here. So it's not ideal and maybe what you want, but it is necessary for the time being anyway. The conflict, you have the Star. So that's good. I always like to see in this position when you do the Celtic cross, the conflict card, the one crossing you, like whatever is weighing on your mind, essentially. I like seeing a positive card, obviously. So the Star is guiding your way. You might feel lost, but you have more answers here than you think. You know the direction that you need to be moving in. And if you don't, then this Star is going to show up and show you. Oops, sorry that there's like a glare on that. Going to show you the direction to move forward in, but at the time, the direction is not to move forward together, I'm seeing. And so this is either the foundation of the relationship, and if that doesn't resonate, I also look at it as the advice card. So the Chariot is, essentially saying, like, if you take the reins, so if you're looking at it, I'm going to, hold on, move these out of the way real quick. It's kind of like saying, if you're going to take the reins and you're going to take your power back in this situation, you can achieve great things, but you do have to, take control here. You can't just like idly let time pass you by. That's not how this situation is going to come together. There is work that needs to be done. There is a desire to do that work. And it's also saying that, you can have this ultimate success, ultimate victory here. It's just how much effort are you willing to put into it. But I do feel like, obviously, like there's so much momentum here moving forward that I do feel like this person is saying they want that. They're hoping that you want that, to move into this future and to move into a place of success together. And as I said, it could also be your foundation card. So it could be that you guys have been together in the past and you have experienced that ultimate kind of success together. And, they want to return to that energy. And if you haven't had that yet, they are driving forward into that direction with you. But I think it's possible that you guys were, because for your past energy, there's the Ten of Pentacles here. So most likely, I'm thinking a lot of people are going to already have been with someone. Maybe you even have children together, since there are so many children on this card. Or live together, had a pet together, something like that. Some kind of serious commitment, some kind of home stability, happy environment sort of thing going on. If you had not actually had that in the physical, then there was the dream of this in the past. So it's something I feel like is very much on their mind. So if it's not actually memories of things you have experienced together in that sense, and it is the dreams that they are kind of like mulling over, like, oh, I really thought this was my person, I really thought we were going to have kids, that kind of thing. But right now they are very much stuck in their mind. The good thing about the Nine of Swords energy is that it is really, it's kind of like, not essentially lies that you're telling to yourself, but really just letting your own toxic thoughts get in your head. It doesn't mean that it's not true to think it necessarily, but you aren't your thoughts, or you are the observer of your thoughts and everything. So just because you think something doesn't make it true. But right now they are definitely really kind of like messing with their own head, I would say, and kind of looking at more of the negatives in the situation. It's kind of the 8 kind of is too, but like sort of choosing to be trapped, I guess, because like this person could literally, like, there's nothing holding them back, there's no blindfold on even. They have their head in their own hands, so they could move forward, they're just not ready to at this point. So that's what they're saying here. Just a lot of chaos going on here. But the Nine of Swords is also, typically the swords kind of like act as a ladder to get you out of it. So the answers are here. They just need to, open their eyes and search for them instead of focusing solely on the negative. For the near future, though, I feel like there's just this sense of conflict. And because this person specifically is, has their hand on their head and just seems especially stressed, and kind of seems like that bird's a little bit whispering in their ear, I kind of think still it's like those dark thoughts are just really getting in their way. So it's probably inner conflict, because I'm sensing most likely you're not talking. There's probably not a lot of communication going on here. So I think they're just really in their own head too much to move forward in this. But based on the cards in the future, I do, and even the ones obviously that we saw before too, I do see that they do want this, because we have the Six of Pentacles. So I have the sense that most likely you were the more open one, the more giving one, and now you're in this position of wanting to receive. You're wanting to have feelings reciprocated. You are wanting them to show up more in your relationship, anything like that. And they're coming to a place of, they already have wanted to give to you. I don't think it's ever been a matter of not wanting to give. It's just some people don't know how, or, it takes some time to open up, or just, whatever the case may be. A lot of people just still have healing to do and haven't focused on that. They just let time pass without doing anything, noteworthy with that time. So I do feel though that they want to have a shift in energy to where they are the giver here with you. And their environment right now is King of Pentacles. So this is someone who to me is, and he even looks like kind of like a wise man too, somebody very evolved. It's someone who is focusing on stability. I feel like being a really good partner, someone who is, the ideal partner for you, just that sort of thing. So it's someone who is trying to evolve and mature, and because it's the environment, that's why I'm saying like they're trying to. But I feel like they're going to be doing that. They're going to be really bringing a lot of their thoughts and feelings into reality, because the pentacles are, that groundedness, that actual physical sort of sense. So that's what they want. They want to be this person. This is also to me like a grown-ass man, kind of like grown-ass person card. So they want to be an adult. They want to step into this highest, most evolved energy of themselves. And then right after that, which I think is really beautiful, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which to me also suggests counterpart energy, because we have both of them in a row. So their hope is that you will be their Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't matter if you're a woman, if they're a woman, whatever gender, doesn't matter. It's just like stepping into that energy. And the Queen of Pentacles, it's the same thing as the King here. They're both like the most evolved form of the pentacle energy. It's the ideal, like, grown-ass woman, grown-ass man card. It's someone who can handle everything, balancing career, romance, friendships, everything. Really good at juggling, really earthy and grounded. And, they just want this partnership with you, is what I'm saying. And just this, like, earthy, physical, like, because there was the 10 of Pentacles in the past. And this is very Pentacles heavy. Like, there is definitely... Well, I guess I'll do the spiel in, like, 10 seconds. I only have one more card. Okay. So for the outcome here, we have Page of Pentacles. So obviously, because you already had the King and Queen, this is technically like a lower evolved energy. But all this is saying to me is they're not ready. And we know this from everything else that's gone on. They're not ready at this point to move forward full force. They're not saying like, hey, let's move in tomorrow, that kind of thing. But they do want to extend an offer to you here. They want to extend something real, something grounded, something long-lasting. Pentacles, if we look at time, like Wands are that very super quick, more immediate, snappy energy. Pentacles is the longest, so they're the years. They want to have something that lasts. So for the moment, I see it as a lot of, I guess, desire more than actually moving forward currently in that energy. But so right now we do have the walking away, but it is for a greater good. You are moving towards something purposeful, but we do have this message to really utilize this time apart. Don't just let it pass. I'm also kind of getting the sense like maybe don't date other people and be so quick to jump into things. Just use this time to focus on personal growth, evolution. That's what they want to do, are planning on doing, are doing, all of that. So hopefully if you can match their energy and do the same, it can kind of bring it into alignment that much more quickly. We have the star. So the star is guiding you as far as, determining what it is that you guys need to work on, bringing you guys to each other, making you feel that you're not so alone and in the dark. They could even be, you could essentially be like their shining star, they, vice versa, they could be yours. So I feel like it's just someone who does a lot of thinking about you. They have this energy that they really want to move forward in this. But again, it's about like, are you going to take those reins? Are you going to put in that work? Are you going to not just be like, oh, this person's a jerk and, it was all them. Like, you played some kind of role in it too, I'm sure. So, like, what are you going to do at this time too? Because they want to move toward you. So hopefully you can, if nothing else, if you're like, no, really, it really was them, then at least be open, I suppose. Like, don't close yourself off. Don't put up hard boundaries. Like, healthy boundaries, yes, but I guess don't build walls around yourself. Like, don't fortress yourself off. Be open. And for the past, like I said, if you did not have kids with this person, live with this person, have a pet with this person, then they very much wanted to. This is that, like, ultimate stability, ultimate happiness, ultimate commitment, bringing everything into the physical. At the moment, though, there is this worry, the being trapped in one's head kind of feeling. But, there is a way out of the chaos. It's just climbing that ladder. They're just not ready to do it yet, though. Still very much inner conflict. Or if you guys are fighting, if that is what the message is, then I think step back from that. Like, nothing is going to be achieved from that except for maybe like more walking away as there's like this person in the distance, or the bird flying away. I feel like that's the only thing that would be achieved if you continue to fight, if that message is for you and resonates. But with the Six of Pentacles here, I do feel like they want to shift that energy and they want to be the giver, and that most likely you have been the one giving. And if it is the other way around, then like just achieving that balance, finding a way to come together into a healthy place. King of Pentacles for environment, they definitely, like I said, want to mature. They want to, and it could even be maybe they're focusing too, because Pentacles can be money, like maybe they're focusing on their career right now, putting kind of some kind of investment into that, trying to be a more stable partner for you, someone who can give you a stable living environment, something like that. And we have the counterpart energy with the Queen of Pentacles here for the hopes and fears. So they really do want you to be their ultimate partner. they have this dream that it's the two of you together, and you guys have this divine commitment, that all of the work has paid off. So in the near future, or, you know, maybe distant, I guess, depending, like, how quickly are you guys gonna move past this together. We have the Page of Pentacles here, so they do have a serious small offer that they would like to make for you. I know it's, again, probably not everything, not as quick popping off as you would like for it to be, but, you know, I feel like, as always, I feel like there's always more work to be done on ourselves, right? So that's what I'm seeing here is healing, healing, healing. It comes up all the time. There's always more healing to be done. So, all right, I hope that helped pile 1. Let's go ahead and move on to pile 2. I did pre-shuffle them, like I said, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay them all out here. Let's see. I feel like we have some intense energy coming through today. I think people are probably just going through it right now. And the sad thing is, I think the world is in such a strange place as it is. No one else needs anything else to consider, you know. Everyone has enough on their plate. So what would your person like to say to you right now if they could? I'm seeing the Hermit energy, so most likely you guys are, you know, I think I'm going to probably put no contact, no communication on the reading in general, because I'm assuming that's where everyone else is coming from. But I suppose you could just be with someone who isn't the most open person, especially since there is this turtle tortoise, you know, on the card. So if you guys are apart, I think this is someone who's really taking this time to, you know, there's illumination here. So I think they're really taking this time to figure out what it is that they want, what direction it is that they want to go in. They're not just, you know, wasting their time, letting it go by idly, which is kind of like a message from the first pile. They're actually trying to learn and to grow, especially learn about themselves. And honestly, the more you learn about yourself, I think the better you are in any kind of relationship or partnership, because you're just, you know, a more evolved person, I suppose. So it's really a big self-reflection kind of journey inward that's going on here. So there's a quote, he who looks inside, oh no, what is it? He who looks outside dreams, and he who looks inside awakes. So I think maybe they're just going through some kind of isolation, awakening kind of period. That doesn't necessarily mean that they don't want to come into union, but we'll just kind of see how everything pans out. So for the obstacle conflict at hand here, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this card, I swear, pops up every time I do a reading. This is basically on the Rider-Waite. It's the person who's out in the cold, is feeling like in poverty. It's that big lack energy. So they are definitely feeling like distant from you. I suppose they're feeling very single and very alone. That could also just be the energy too that you're feeling. Maybe that's what brought you to this reading right now. But you know, it goes with the Hermit could be too like a dark night of the soul energy. So if maybe they're really, really going through something, like maybe they're struggling, overcoming addiction, like something like that. I don't know. It could be something like a lot of people, like I said in one of my last readings, have lost jobs and everything. It could be something like that. I know people who have. So, you know, whatever it is, they're just going through it right now. They're feeling very stuck. They're feeling like they can't move forward. That, you know, if they're trying to say something to you, obviously that could very well be in the relationship, that they are just experiencing some kind of big blockage. And at the moment, there's this sense that they just want to leave the romantic situation. They just want to be alone right now and focus on themselves. And then we have here, okay, some of these cards are beautiful. I love every deck I have, but sometimes the swords and the wands look so similar. For the foundation or the advice card, so if this doesn't resonate as the foundation for you, then take it as advice for what this connection needs. And I'm assuming this is advice because this is moving essentially from a point of chaos to a point of calm. So that's why there's the rainbow in this one. Oftentimes it shows a couple of people on a boat and they're moving from the choppy waters into more still calm water. So that's where I think their focus is right now. They want to leave the stress and the conflict and just like the negativity of the connection or love or just whatever it is. I think they just cannot handle one more thing. So they are trying to move toward this like easier journey sort of energy and better their mental state right now. And after the storm does come the rainbow. So it may not be forever, but that's really, I feel like the energy that they're pushing hard right now is just this need to be alone. I think, it's for their greatest good here. We have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is typically somebody who has blindfolded themselves, usually. Someone who is choosing to stay trapped. So this could be, maybe that's why I brought up addiction. Maybe they are just in this place at the moment where they're not ready to move past it or move on from whatever it is that's holding them back. Maybe they don't want to learn to communicate. Maybe they don't want to get over their ex. Like, I don't know, whatever it is. They're choosing to stay stuck or they're just not ready to move forward at this point right now. There's some kind of indecision, definitely a big blockage and a big fear here. But the whole like feeling like there is no way out, really, it's just not real. It's just like it's choosing that stasis, which in a way is the Hermit. It's just kind of a more negative energy than the Hermit is. It's just kind of someone stubbornly being like, yeah, I'm not moving forward. I'm not going to be productive. I'm staying in this mental prison and I'm just going to turn away from my heart. And that's the deal. So it seems like they just kind of want to replay how they've fucked up over and over in their head. So, that's not an easy place to get out of all the time, to find that clarity and that sense of agency. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible. So right now we have the Eight of Cups, which popped up last time too. So again, this is wanting to move away from the connection. I'm sorry to have to deliver this message, but I just feel like this person is hard no. They're not open to this right now. And I feel like it's nothing that you have done. It's like you haven't disappointed them. You haven't created this. I feel like this is them. It's just like some kind of personal strife that they are going through, something that they have to get over. They don't want to be vulnerable. They're shutting down is what I'm saying. And I feel like the addiction thing just keeps coming back. Or just like, if it's not an addiction, it could just be some like refusal to be open, be in relationships with people, connect, just wanting something surface level, not wanting to be deep, not wanting someone who can hurt them, like whatever the case may be. It's just big time having second thoughts and big doubts and not wanting to get hurt. So you're just like, nope, we're shutting that down real hard. So, and that's not you. Like everything, honestly, at the end of the day is just a reflection of what someone else is going through. We're all just mirrors for each other and everything. So I think that's a big message, especially whether they're actually addicted to anything or not. Just, it's something that they're going through. It's some kind of darkness within them. It's some kind of something that they need to work out. Why do I have so many cards over here? Did I accidentally pull an extra one? Perhaps I did. I don't know. Hold on. I need a drink of water really quickly. So, hopefully that wasn't like ASMR. I'm still not used to this microphone. I could be setting it wrong. I have no idea. We're winging it, people. Okay. So, where did I get this extra card from? Hold on a second. Okay. Foundation. Past. Okay, that's what it is. This is your future card. So, in the future, they currently are in the Eight of Cups. They're moving in the future to the Four of Cups, which is still not ideal because this is essentially, this one is a little bit harder, I guess, to see the message, but usually it's someone who is being handed a cup, like a cup is being floated essentially right in front of them, and they have their arms crossed, and they're like, yeah, I'm not taking it. And it's a really good offer. It's a golden cup, you know, but they're like, no, I'm not walking toward it. I'm not accepting it. I refuse to participate in this amazing opportunity. So again, like, that to me especially goes back to, like, this has nothing to do with you. This is someone else's, whatever it is, whatever they're going through. They're not using clear eyes right now. They're just, like, choosing to ignore something, choosing sadness and stagnation. They're not wanting to socialize. They're not wanting to just participate. They're just in that deep, like, no energy. So again, like, definitely not you. They're in kind of like self-pity vibe. And if someone is just like in that like ugh kind of space, honestly, at the end of the day, even if you love them, like, they might need to just work through that and cleanse it out anyway. Just get rid of it, like, clean the wound. And there's nothing you can do for that, I feel. So they do have the Six of Cups energy, which to me is saying it's very possible you guys have already been together. Like, there's this kind of childhood nostalgic sort of connection. So it could be somebody you've known for a long time, somebody from your past that you've had a relationship with and it's on and off, that kind of thing. Or it could just be like a nice soulmate connection, like someone who really does give you the warm fuzzies, and they're saying, like, that is how you make me feel. You do make me feel this way. It's not that they don't feel it. You know, I don't want you to think that at all. It's not that they don't feel these things for you. They're just stuck. They're reliving the past. They're going over memories. They're reflecting too much. Like, that's just the space that they're in right now. Is they have some kind of link to another person or time or something. Like, something isn't getting cleared up and resolved. But for the environment, we have the Three of Wands, which is, to me, it's a waiting energy. So you still have to be patient. It's nothing that's happening right now, but you know, in the Two of Wands, you essentially choose a path and you decide which way you want to walk. So I feel like they have chosen, and I think most likely I'm feeling what that is they have chosen to focus on themselves right now. It's not that they haven't chosen you per se, but I feel like they're focusing on themselves right now. That's what they need to do. But there is this period of waiting. They're waiting for some kind of reward, waiting for their ships to come in, that whole kind of thing. So they're just not ready. Like, I'm just getting this, like, not yet, not right now. And we have another three here, the Three of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is, to me, like that big, massive heartbreak energy, but it's also like, it's a 10, so it's a completion. You know, we're at least closing it out. The Three of Swords is much fresher. It's current. It's heartbreak that's happening now. This blood is still very red, you know. They're still very damaged by whatever it is that's going on. So that's just where they're living right now. This is the hopes and fears position. So there is growth and transformation that's possible and that is going to come and can come from this painful circumstance. But it's still definitely living in this hurt and the heartbreak and just dealing with this kind of very deep garbage energy that needs to be cleansed out of their energetic field. Like, they need to just get rid of it, whatever it is. Again, I don't know, I'm feeling like there's an addiction component in some way. And it could even be like, I'm not a hardcore alcoholic, but I drink too much, or, you know, something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be like I'm literally shooting heroin or something, but just something unbalanced, something that isn't right, or at least unbalanced even in just your connection personally. But I do feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's them. I don't know. You're doing amazing, sweetie. That quote always cracks me up. It's so ridiculous. That's just what I'm feeling, though. I just feel like it's not you. And then the final card, we have the High Priestess here. And that is, they're in this place. The High Priestess is, you know, this big intuitive knowledge and connecting to emotions and, you know, knowing. But at the same time, it's also projecting a sense of mystery. So I feel like they're in this place to not clear anything up for you right now. I don't think they're here for you in any way right now, unfortunately, which fucking sucks. Like, I hate saying that, but I do think at least it's better to be aware of that, to know that they don't have space for you at the moment, but they're acquiring a massive amount of awareness right now. I've heard this card described as like the guardian to the unconscious realm, like the guardian to like the knowledge of the universe, that kind of thing. So they're sitting essentially at this like precipice here, just at this like on the edge of a cliff, or like the opening to a huge portal or something. Like they have this massive download drop coming, and they can't have anything in the way of that. So it's nothing personal to with you. I don't feel like it's that they don't love you necessarily. I just think that that's where they are now. I also realized I didn't tell you your song just now. I'm going to forget that that was the point of this reading watch. Okay, well that makes sense to me too. The song is Long, Long Time. I have the cover. I'm obsessed with covers. Everyone should be. Mine is by Bryce Hitchcock. It's the Linda Ronstadt song though. So I feel like this is maybe someone who maybe they've put in energy in the past with you before. I don't know. Or maybe that's just a reflection. To me, the songs are how they feel about you. So I feel like it's someone who maybe if they haven't put in that energy before, the way kind of the song says, and they want to, and they feel that way now. So they're basically saying like, don't worry, I'm going to love you for a long, long time. I know it's not coming together the way we want it to at this moment, but it will. It'll get there eventually. So, okay, pile 2. Hopefully that helped. We'll go ahead and move to pile 3. Pile 3 had the Poppy Jasper. And I almost forgot to say the song in the last one. So let's just start with that this time. The song is a cover of Hallelujah by Jason Castro. I think it's a great song no matter who sings it though. So let's see what the cards are and why that would apply to you guys. And also, I don't think I've said it before, but I am going to put in some lyrics, so maybe that'll kind of help you guys to see why your people would say these words to you through song lyrics. It's funny, because after you use pretty thin decks, like a nice thick cardstock feels like 10 cards stuck together at once. Okay. So what would your person say to you? This is right now, they have this Knight of Pentacles energy. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So this is, and the Pentacles in general are, the years in, I almost said the Zodiac, tarot. So it's someone who wants to make this offer, and is making this offer. He has this heart of gold. He has this gold pentacle coin, however you want to look at it, that he wants to bring to you, but he is going to take a long time getting there. The slowest energy for sure. Then we have the Page of Pentacles for the problem at hand. And this isn't so problematic either. This is essentially kind of like a smaller version of the energy that we literally just had. So this is still an offer that they want to make. They do, like, for sure. The other two that we just came from were quite a bit more heavy, I would say. I feel like this is already starting off on a much better foot. Like, this is someone who, they definitely care about you. They are looking at the pentacle typically adoringly, so they do have feelings for you. You are cherished by this person. They have sincere feelings for you. Their feet are firmly planted on the ground. They are ready to achieve goals and move forward with you. So this person might not be able to say that, but that is how they feel. And I think I'm just from now on going to call this the advice card. It is the foundation card, so maybe if you think it's a foundation, go ahead and look at it that way. But I feel like most of the time it's an advice card. So this is, the Queen of Swords is very much no nonsense, no BS. It's someone who is like to the point. So they need to be, I think, more honest with you. Maybe you need to be more open and honest with them. But, stop beating around the bush here. Think with your head. Don't think with your heart. Don't think about past relationships. Don't let those get in your head. Go ahead and maybe examine all the pieces of information that you have. If you are like, okay, is this the right connection for me to get into? That sort of thing. But don't get stuck in your head, because this is like the time to act. It's someone who can be independent in thought and judgment, so they don't listen to friends and family, maybe. And not like, don't ignore them if they're like, oh, wow, please do not be with this toxic person. Nothing like that. But just, use your own mind. Get in your own head, I think, about it. Don't have other people's thoughts poison the well, I suppose, if that's an option too. And then in the past, we have another Pentacles card. You actually have a couple. Quite a few. So I feel like, too, the fact that you have so many Pentacles in this reading is definitely just a confirmation that they do want to build something lasting with you. In this past energy, the Eight of Pentacles is typically, that student kind of energy. It's someone who wants to invest in something. The seeds have been planted in the Seven, and now you are really tending to them in the Eight. So it's someone who thinks that this connection is worthy of their time. They want to learn about you. They want to grow with you. They are focused on loving you. Or they, if they can't be open to that, they want to be, they do love you. It's just, maybe they can't say it if you're having that kind of issue. But yeah, they do definitely value and treasure this connection. And they really want to work hard on building this with you. And I feel like they are seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles. So if you are a female, then this is the ultimate wife card, essentially. It's someone who is very practical and motherly. It's somebody who can balance and juggle, take care of a career and family, that kind of thing. It's someone who can give of themselves freely. There's just a warmth and security and nurturing energy coming from this person. Just not manipulative, not bad, not cruel, like nothing like that. It's just someone who is warm and stable and good, and someone that they want to make the long haul with. In the future, we have Eight of Wands. So this is energy that is coming in fast. The wands are the quickest moving energy. I keep on saying the zodiac. I don't know why. Maybe read your horoscope today. I don't know. In the tarot, it's the fastest moving energy. So this is someone who wants to come in hot. It can also be quick communication. So it could be maybe a lot of texting back and forth, hitting you up finally after some time, maybe something like that. Definitely those steps in the right direction, kind of growth everywhere, a big abundance, a big positive shift in energy and commitment and putting in more effort for sure. So if it hasn't been made yet, that is a future card, so they want to make it. And then here we have another pentacle. Surprise, surprise. So the Seven of Pentacles is that whole planting seed energy, like I said. So right now, maybe you're more toward the beginning of your connection. It's a little bit more fresh, and so you aren't necessarily ready to move in, start a whole life together in that capacity. Maybe you're not even ready to put the label of boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, anything like that on it. I don't know, but they do want to plant seeds here. They want to tend to this garden with you. It could even be wanting to plant seeds, could be already seeing a family with you, truly planting that seed with you. So yeah, I feel like it's just someone who is seeing yeah, this is worth making a commitment here. It's worth resisting any other kind of offer, because this is, this is the thing. This is the thing for me. So right now the environment is the Seven of Wands. So this is, I guess basically, essentially, it could be that someone's feeling defensive. So maybe they like you so much that it kind of puts them on guard. Or it could be to a deception, not in the sense of like a real betrayal, like they're cheating on you, that kind of thing, but in the sense of just masking their feelings. They're just not ready at the moment to show you how much I think that they want to fight for this and just be as vocal about it. But this is something that they want. They're just, they don't want to say it just yet. They don't want to drop their guard completely at the moment. They're feeling probably very triggered. So probably what it is you really do bring, big love feelings, and that kind of stresses them out, because a lot of times you're like, oh no, red alert, I didn't expect that. So maybe that's part of the message too, is maybe they just didn't see you coming. They just didn't expect this kind of connection at this point. So that kind of threw them off a little bit. For hopes and fears, we have the Four of Swords, which is typically, kind of that, again, kind of a waiting energy, but in more of the sense of not anything I feel like you have to be incredibly patient about, but just in the sense of more relaxing and developing a plan. So I think that's where they are now. They're kind of like, okay, this is someone that I want. This is something that I want. How do I get there? How do I make this happen? It could also be taking a break after a breakup. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe they broke up with someone and they just were not thinking that they would develop feelings so quickly. So you just kind of came out of left field for them. So it could be that they just need a little bit of healing time. Don't hold it against them. At the moment, in the very current future energy, if that makes any kind of sense, we just have this sense of indecision. So I feel like right now, regardless of all these feelings and all of this longing to have this groundedness in something, in the here and now, they're just not ready. There's just this feeling of indecision, stalemate, refusing to accept a truth, and not wanting to choose a direction just yet. So it's like making yourself stuck here. And this mouse is kind of stuck here between the two owls. So it's just like feeling like the second, like if they are the mouse, like the second they move, like it's over. So I think that's what it is. I think this person right now is just afraid of how much they like you and how much they feel for you, and that just is freaking them out. And it doesn't mean it's gonna, permanently freak them out or anything. But right now they're just not as open to the connection. And then for pile 4, I should say thank you, pile 3. I hope that helped. I know that is difficult for sure, to have someone who seems to have all these feelings for you and yet it still isn't coming together. So don't be discouraged. Just give this person some time and space, and I think it could end up working out. So, okay, pile 4. Now we'll go ahead and move on to you. So this is the rose quartz. Go ahead and put these crystals away before I forget. Stones. Okay. Let's lay out the cards. See what they have to say. Oh, of course. This deck is new. And I was like, I'm pretty sure most of these are common. No, I got a couple I've never seen before. So let's see what these have to say. Okay. So at the moment, your person has this devil energy. So I feel like they are feeling, very trapped by something, and something's holding them back. It could be something more serious, addiction, or just like, maybe even wanting you too much, maybe lusting after you too much, or it's like, I'm not ready to open that door just yet at the moment. But there is this sense of feeling chained to something, and, just there's some kind of burden to overcome here, some kind of self-sabotage that could be going on, or it could just be that they are just behaving badly in general, and they're coming at the moment from a kind of more low vibrational energy. So maybe not someone at this time that you want to get involved with, which I feel like Oh, I also forgot to say your song. Sorry, your song is Linger by the Cranberries. I'm going to add some lyrics for you, but I feel like there must just be a heavy energy right now that's going on, because everyone kind of has that at the moment. So then the matter at hand is the Hierophant. So I feel like right now there is this, maybe marriage and commitment is freaking them out. Maybe just like taking things to the next level, being more serious. They're just not in that space. It could be that they want to have this like devil energy, like go out, have fun, have a kind of party lifestyle, drink, and, you know, go home with whoever, like that kind of thing. There's something about marriage and commitment, I think, that's just freaking them out at the moment. And let's see, okay, let me find this book, I suppose. I'm sure this is like just, this card is just a different name for a certain card. Okay. Right now, for the advice card, as I'm not going to call it, they have the Anchor. So this is someone who I think is being more driven by wealth at the moment. They're developing, I think, a vision of what they want. Maybe they're trying to find a way to fit this connection into their life, to see how, you know, can you find a way to still be fun and young and all of that, and have this kind of serious connection, like that kind of a thing. But there's this message to drop insecurities and doubts that they have. So, you know, they have this ability, they have the power to do this, they have the power to overcome their fears and have a stable connection. I just think that in the moment, they aren't there right now. They don't realize this at the moment. For the past, there's the Pillar. I love the flash on these. I could just do this all day, sorry. So for this one is saying that this is an invitation to deepen self-love. So I think that, you know, they have to focus their pursuits on the right thing, you know, which I like. To me, with the rose being in the center, I think they need to focus on love. They need this guidance from the star to focus on love and what is right, to help them align with like the goodness and the right energy that they need in their life. I just think they're just not doing it. It says to call for assistance, so I think they need some kind of help, maybe from someone in their life. But we do have here the Page of Coins, so the Page of Pentacles. I almost said cups. Let me just double check that is. Nope, I was wrong. I was going to say, I was like, this isn't the page, the secret is. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So this came out in one of the other readings too, in the same spot. So they are seeing you though as somebody, they don't want to admit it. They don't want to actually, I think, claim this energy at the moment, but they see you as wife material, husband material, spouse material, partnership, you know, commitment. They're just running from that right now. They're not ready to face that fact, but they see that. Then let's scooch these over. In the future, we have the King of Wands. Nope. That's the rule. I see. Y'all, I need to read. Okay. This is the Knight, not the King. I'm glad I looked, though. So we have the Knight of Wands. So, yeah. This is... They're just not ready to move into anything serious. The Knight of Wands is that impulsive, like, here for a good time, not a long time. You know, coming in fast, leaving just as fast kind of thing. One night stand, having fun. Sexy, lusty, flirty, like, playboy. I feel like kind of energy is what's really coming out with that one. So that's the space that they're in. You know, that's not always fun forever. I feel like a lot of people I know who went through those periods, some people need to sow some wild oats and get that out. No shame. but it just often isn't as fulfilling as people would like it to be, because I think, you want that stability, you want that connection and everything. I do get the sense that they want that because they see this 10 of Cups with you. So, cups are emotions. They see this ultimate happiness with you, true love. So they're not blind to wanting a commitment. They're not blind to knowing that you are one who is, worth making a commitment to. But they are just in their dumb bitch energy right now of focusing on all of the wrong things, I'm feeling, unfortunately. But the fact that they want it on this level, like, this is not just like a crush energy, this is really like a serious fulfillment card. So I feel like they are seeing how much you mean to them. They're just not ready to get over themselves, I suppose. And then also here too, 6 of Cups is another, it's that kind of soulmate energy. So they do see you again seriously. They might even have some kind of nostalgic connection to you if you guys have known each other for a long time. It could be something like that. But I feel like you give them the warm fuzzies. They definitely like you. But because this is the environment card, the other message that I'm really getting for this one, because it the 6 of Cups can have that like innocent energy, I feel like they're just very immature. I feel like that's just where they are now. They're just not grown up. It's not the time. They aren't quite there yet. But they do have feelings, obviously, as we've seen. But we have the 4 of Pentacles here, 4 of Coins. So they're still wanting to hold back. This is their hopes and fears. They're fearing that they would hold back, and they are. They're holding on too tightly of whatever their fear and insecurity is. They can't let it go. They can't move forward. They can't tell you the truth. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to see how much you mean to them. That really freaks them out. Just being super conservative with their heart at the moment, or just like not, I don't want to say not using it all, but kind of like, they're just focused on connections that are lacking real depth. And I think you're like the Mariana Trench or whatever, like you're as deep as it gets for them, and they, like, all they would do is drown at this point. Like, they don't have the scuba gear, okay? Like, they cannot handle you right now. So, I feel like at the moment, for our outcome card, we have the 8 of Cups. So because they're in this like super immature energy, I feel like, this is them saying it to you. So I feel like they're saying, I'm walking away from this, but I feel like this should also just be like, in a way, you saying this to you. Sorry if my neighbors running their water is the loudest thing ever, because I feel like it is. But, there is absolutely a sense of disappointment here, but like, meditate on this disappointment. Use it for some kind of good, like use it to achieve some kind of enlightenment. Make it purposeful. Don't just have this shutdown period. They are afraid of being vulnerable. That's why they're walking away. It's not because they don't have feelings here. They're just not ready to be open with you. So they're shutting things down at the moment, but use this time to gain some kind of wisdom, and just also make sure this is a connection you want, because I'm definitely sensing very heavy playboy energy. And just because someone has feelings for you and you have feelings for them doesn't mean that you should be with them. It doesn't mean that it's a healthy connection for you. So just keep that in mind. Again, I'm going to put some lyrics down. I don't know if maybe that will help anybody, but hopefully number 4, pile 4, this brought you guys some clarity. I hope if anyone is watching to the end, it's hard out there. I get it. Don't be discouraged because you're not receiving the energy that you've put out there. Just take it as, this knowledge that good on you. It's good to be open. And I know that it's hard to be open, especially when someone else isn't, but just know that it's all worth it. Don't regret anything if it doesn't work out for any of these connections. It doesn't mean that it isn't something purposeful for you and that there isn't a lesson here for you. Everything, I think, is a lesson. So I wish you guys all luck in love and in life, and I will see you soon. All right. Love you. Bye.